figure. Fathers. What else? Father can be someone that founded something. Like they call James Brown the father of soul. Godfather. So, amen. So, but it's important. It just means it's father figure, father image. Father image is someone that someone look to for guidance from a father, protection from father image. Father figure is someone who serves as an emotional substitute as a father. A real father is a man who has begotten a child. And he is a father. Amen? Amen. And I look at a story in here where Esau and Jacob, mother Rachel, had put some enmity between him and his brother Esau, because Jacob had stolen Esau's birthright, and so therefore she had to send him away. And Esau, Jacob went to Laban, and Laban had some daughters, or two girls, called Leah and Rachel. Leah was the oldest one, but they said she was not the prettiest one. So Jacob wanted to get with Rachel, but it was their custom that the oldest daughter must go first. So the Jewish custom that you cannot marry your youngest daughter off before you married your oldest daughter. And so he wanted Rachel, because Rachel, they said, was beautiful. And so he went to the house, and just like he tricked Esau, his brother, Laban tricked him. Laban told him, said, if you want Rachel, you got to work 7 years. So he worked for 7 years. After 7 years, he told him, he said, now you can have your bride. He's called himself celebrating, drinking, and he put Leah, the ugly one, in the tent. He slept with Leah. He woke up the next morning, he said, you have tricked me. I was supposed to have Rachel, and you gave me Leah. And so he said, well, if you want Rachel, you got to work 7 more years. So now he had Leah as a wife, somebody he didn't want as a wife, but he had to work 7 more years to get the one that he wanted. Amen? Amen. Now that's a father. I want to talk about, because I'm going to talk about father. So I gave you that little history that a father looks out for his girls more so than he do his sons. Because his son has to learn how to grow up and be tough and provide. So when you talk about daughters, father has a special place in his heart for his girls. Certain things he wouldn't allow his girls to do. He wouldn't allow his girls to date certain men because of he knew what man is like. So that's why it's important that everybody has a father or a father figure or a father image in your life. Amen? If you don't have a father, you need to find one, a father figure or a father image. If you see a young lady running around and doing everything, they don't have a good father. Y'all ain't talking to me. Ain't got nothing to do with mother. Got to do with the father, because the father is that male role model that whom she is looking for. So if you have a father, find a father image or a father what? Figure to be in your life. And as you, right now, if you're having. A father teaches his sons how to take care of things. It's a must. One day the story said a young man came upstairs to the mother and ran into the mother and was crying. The mother asked him, said, son, what you crying for? He said, because my daddy hit his thumb with a hammer. And she said, you crying for that? The young man replied, said, yes. He said, well, you're supposed to laugh at that. The young boy replied and said, I did. Y'all missed the story. I did. But Dad teach him what to laugh at and what not to laugh at. So Dad put out the scraps. And you gonna laugh because I hit my finger on the thumb? I hit my thumb with a hammer, and you gonna laugh? That's not the time to laugh. It's time to be concerned. Amen? So he teaches his sons how to take care and how to care about things. It's a must. He must grab them and say, this is how you drive a car. This is how you wash a car. This is how you change the oil. This is how you change the tire. This is how you cut grass. I can't help it. Amen. He must do that. Because it's essential, because the son's supposed to be the provider. You don't have time to slip it down. Not with your sons. Amen. You got to make sure he knows what it takes to take care of somebody and take care of things. It's a shame if you ride by a man's house and his grass is higher than his house. He got a new car, and water never touches him except for when it rains. Y'all ain't talking to me. It's a shame, because that's what man do. And you need a father to teach that, how to change oil in the car, change the filter. He got to teach that. Teach him how to give back what he borrowed. What you borrowed, you take care of. Y'all ain't talking to me. That's what father does, because my mother used to say sometimes, old thing calls new thing. You can't tell folks stuff and thinking you ain't going to have to pay for it. Some folks will mess your stuff up and don't even care. Well, it wasn't that good when I got it. Well, you shouldn't have got it if you didn't know how to take care of it. Y'all are talking. See, I ain't put up a rope today. I'm just going to talk to you all today. So just talk to you today. Amen? You have to teach your kids that. Father has to teach his son how to give back and to pay back what he borrows. How to cut grass, how to wash the car, how to drive, how to change the oil and filter, how to talk to a girl, how to talk to a woman. You see him in the house, he's arguing and fussing with his sister. You're supposed to snatch him in his collar. You got this on tape, are you? I'm sorry. You don't talk to your sister like that. That's right. You see him talking his mama. You couldn't back talk my mother and my dad was in there. He would backhand slap you. Y'all ain't talking to me. He tell you, boy, I know you're not talking to your mom. I know you ain't said something back to your mom. See, dad got to do that. He set the tone. Teach it. And I know sometimes mom get a little upset sometimes, but that's the dad's job. He has to put it there and put that toughness in him. Amen? Amen. Yes. Teach him how to talk to a woman. You don't talk to anybody old enough to be your mama any kind of way. You don't yeah and no and Mary and Sue and no, you don't do that. You put some handle on that. Yes ma'am or no ma'am or something. But we got to teach that. That's right. That's right. You don't come up and he don't come up and want to fight because somebody said his son did something. He chest down his son. Get him straight. When you walk out the door, you represent me. Teach him how to treat a lady. And he do so by treating his mother in the right way. Talking to his mother in the right way. Teach him how to pay bills. Teach him the importance of things. Take him to work with you. Let him see what you do. Spend some time with him. Because young men really worship the time that he spends with his father. If you don't have a father, find a father figure or father image. Someone that can influence you. Amen? And you can't keep him to yourself, sisters, and think that he's going to grow up and be all right. His life is rough. He has to know that things ain't always going to be given to him. Amen? He has to learn how to go out there and get it. And sometimes you might have to take your right for wrong. You have to humble yourself. You can't say what you want to say anytime y'all ain't talking to me. You can't back talk the boss. If you learn how to back talk your mom and daddy, guess what? The boss and the teacher ain't got a chance. Amen? Amen. So that's why dad is there. Like, hey, boy, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. That's why we need him to stand up. Because sometimes when a boy get 12, 13, 14 years old, his voice start changing. He start putting on some hair on across his lip and his chin. And he ain't studying you, Mom. I know how hard you might think that you are. I mean, he knows that a woman cannot take him out. It's built in him. It's what I said? It's built in him. Tell him flex his muscle. He feel his strength. And yes, when he get that age, he start feeling his strength. He feel like he can pick you up and throw you outside if he wants to now. I ain't saying that's what he's gonna do. But I'm saying, but he can. Amen? And you go to slap at him, he grab your hand and hold your hand. What you doing? You don't have that strength. You don't have no upper strength, young ladies, in over life. You don't have no upper strength at all. That's why you can't tussle with him. He got upper strength. He's strong. He's muscular. He got a lot of muscles in his body. Amen? So therefore, he's much stronger than a lady. And that's why I hate to see men fighting women, because men know that women is not as strong. You can't get them. If you find a woman that can beat a man, he's a sorry man. Amen. You need to go back somewhere. Can't beat young man. So it's important that a man be there to help the son, so that he'll understand that this is the way you treat people, and this is the way you talk to people, and this is the way how you act around folks, and and let him know that you are there because I'm here, and I'm here to help you to get to where you need to go. I don't care how mad you get. you can't beat nobody. Amen? So he need that in his life. That's what fathers does for his son. For the girls, fathers teach the girls what a good man look like. Y'all ain't talking to me. That's why you should never have and meet nobody that you didn't, and you got a daddy, you need to bring him and let him meet your daddy. And I know today y'all in this new generation feel like it don't matter because I'm the one in love with him. You can be in love with the wrong person. That's it. Just because you're in love with him don't mean it's for you. Look at your neighbor and just tell him that love is just be turned off anyway. Amen. It ain't the one for you. Don't go talking no love. Amen. I just love him. I'm sorry. If you got blue eyes, tell him I'm sorry. I'm not looking at your eyes no more because I'm prompting you because you're not the one for me. Amen. So the father has to look out for his daughter, make sure that there's no wolf out there coming to get his daughter. Making sure that that man that comes, he is real enough. He ain't just coming just for a flame. He coming for a reason. Because he really loved my daughter. And he has something to offer. In the Jewish culture, in the biblical time, a man could not come and get a girl from his parents or his father without bringing him something. Because you got to prove that you can take care of my daughter. And I think we need to go back today. Amen. We got too many internets meeting and too much telephone meeting and nobody coming to the house to talk. And I think we need to go back to it. You find a man that he don't want to come home with you, tell him I see you, man. I was singing that old song, hit the road, Jack. You'll find yourself in a better place. Find yourself in a better place. You won't be trapped when 5, 6 years from later you'll be sorry that I wish I had never met him. Somebody saw it before you saw it. But because you were so infatuated about you were in love, when you were in love, you can't see the negative. You can't see the red flags. That's why you need to have somebody that'll help you. Amen? Tell your hormones to get itself in check. Tell your feelings to get itself in check until I find that there's somebody that I really need that going to deposit something in me that I need to be hooked up with. I don't need nobody that you're going to hook up with 3 or 4 years later and he going his way and you going your way. No, somebody should have been able to tell you that was the wrong fellow. That's what Dad do. This is Father's Day, right? All right, fathers, don't be talking about, well, if you love him, I'm just going to have... No, tell him the truth. And ladies and girls, if you hear it, you will be blessed. God will bless you. Your marriage or your relationship will be prosperous. Because the person that looks on the outside always see more than the person that on the inside. So father teaches girl how to look for a good man. And also to be a good example of what a husband should be like. What a man should be like. He teaches her how to receive. There's so many of our young girls today don't know how to receive, but they're giving, always giving to help, to reach out to. Listen, your father teaches you what a man do and what he does. He makes sure that you got everything that you need. He supplies your need for you. Amen? You got a car, your car broke, most likely your dad will help you out. Yes, Lord. Your car is going to need washing, most likely he will wash it every now and then. I ain't saying he's going to wash it all the time. He going to wash it every now and then. He going to make sure that it's going everything that you need. Now so that when you get that fellow, he going to need to know how to do the same thing. So you wouldn't take the back seat and say, hold on, I need somebody to be like my daddy. Do you know about cars? You ain't never had a car? You need to go to school and learn something about a car. Because my daddy did this thing and he didn't teach me. He said that was what men do. Now we got girls now talking about, well, I can do it myself. I don't need no man. You weren't built for that. You weren't built to turn the screws. Y'all ain't talking. Sure you can do it, but you weren't built for it. Stay in your lane. Do what you're supposed to do. Y'all ain't talking. I told y'all I ain't preaching. I'm going to talk today. Amen? You weren't built for that. You weren't built to work yourself to death and taking care of a bad Negro. Y'all all got them sisters. But you weren't built for that. You find yourself frustrated and angry and mad. And mad with the whole world if you thinking that you can do it. Mad with the children. Mad with the dog. Getting ready to kick the dog, kick the children, and ready to slap them because you so upset about the dude you're dealing with. You weren't built for that. You were built to be nurtured and take care of and supply your needs. You are receivers. Men supposed to be the givers. And if you always giving, you ain't going to have nothing and you're going to give out everything you got and you're going to be frustrated, upset, and angry. My time got up, mother. I start tipping out on me. Teach them how to receive. Check out the guys that they dated. That's what fathers do. Amen? Amen. Check out the guys that your daughters are dating before they even get married. Protect them from the wolves, those slickers. Ain't mean no good. Make sure that they have what they need and supply what the girls need because they need to know that's what men do. Take care. Boy, you can go out there and find you something, but you make sure that the girls know that the man take care of the home, take care of his family, provide for his family. Protect for his family. You ready to fight? I was telling you about the story about Laban in the 31st chapter of Genesis. Laban was upset because after 20 years, Jacob stayed there for 20 years. 7 years for one daughter, 7 years for the next daughter, 14 years, and then he worked 6 more years. And after 6 more years, he was afraid of Laban, so he told his daughters, his wives, he said, listen, we're getting out of here. We're taking our children, we're going to pack up everything, we're going to leave at night to get away from the father-in-law. And when Laban found out that he had took them and didn't even say we were leaving, said it didn't even give him a chance to say bye to his children, his grandchildren, and all that, he got upset and he went looking for him. He said, I'm going to get that fella for taking my girls away from me. I didn't even have enough to say, we are leaving, we're going back to my hometown. So he went there to get him. But the Lord spoke to him that night on his way traveling, because it took him 7 days. He traveled 7 days looking for him. The Lord spoke to him one night and said, listen, don't do anything to him. He said, not good nor bad. And that's the only thing stopping forgetting him, Jacob, the trickster, because the Lord spoke to him. He's looking out for his girls. Amen? She won't have to let a man use her and take everything while she at work. He riding around in her car. Because the daddy teacher, man's supposed to have his own stuff, and he supply, he give to me, not I give to you. My dad, y'all ain't talking to me. Amen. Hold up. No, you are not talking about driving my car. My daddy taught me every man needs to have his own stuff. And don't tell her, mother, but let him go on, you know, it'll be all right. Don't tell her, mother. Don't tell her. Please don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her that it's all right. Don't tell your daddy, you know, just like that the girl with the mother with the little boy. Tell him, you supposed to laugh at your daddy. He put her in jail. You don't laugh at your daddy. Daddy hit his thumb. Amen. So make sure, mother, that you don't tell him it's okay when dad says no, it's not okay, especially when you're dealing with a man. He will show her that a man supply, he take care of things. He provide for a woman. You don't have to worry about doing everything yourself. You're the queen. Amen? The king provide for the queen. The queen don't have to do anything. The kings provide for the queen. Amen? So that's what you do. You teach that. That's what fathers do. Fathers teach their children that. The daughters, and I know sometimes we thinking the father is just for a man, a boy. It's for girls too. Because girls wouldn't know what to do either. Amen? It's important that fathers do that. So don't draw away from your father because your father's giving you some instruction. Don't draw away from an uncle or somebody that's trying, a brother or somebody that's trying to give you some instruction. Listen to what they say so that you can be blessed in life. They're going to look out for you, man. They're going to fight for you. They're going to go to bat for you. They'll fight for you if you listen. Amen? But don't fight them when they're trying to give you some instruction how to deal with the opposite sex. Better for you. Too many of us have went into wrong relationship because of hard head. Just like we're trying to do something to make our parents angry or to get back at our parent. Don't do things just to get back at nobody. Whatever you do, make sure you do it with wisdom and understanding. And don't look for just today, look for what's going to happen in the future. How am I going to better myself in the future? Yeah, it might be all right for me to be with this guy now just for a little while, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for something that is going to take you to the future and how your future would be with this person. One day that you wouldn't have to work. One day y'all can come together and have something, have a business. You got to have some vision and goal in mind. What you want to be and do with this guy. You have to come together to meet the needs of each other and the goal that you have in life that you want out of life. If you want to be something, don't get somebody that don't want to be nothing. You want to have something in life, don't find somebody that ain't got nothing and never been. Do a track record. Take me to your mom's house. Take me to your dad's house. And if you don't like what you see, ask them how you going to be different. Tell me how you going to do something different. Y'all with me? Yeah, how you going to be different? And let him explain to you how is he going to be different, or she, how are you going to be different from what I see now? Because most likely, DNA has memory, and it will come right back. Amen? Amen. Don't buy a pig in a blanket or a sack. Know what you're getting. Don't pay nothing for something you don't know what you're getting. And if you want to get in a relationship with somebody before you get involved, check them out. Before you get too involved, with all your feelings and your emotion involved, check them out and see what are they about. Before you start multiplying with them, see what they all about, where they want to go in life. And I think that you will be a better person. You will love yourself for it. And you want to look back and see all the mistakes that you have made. And all the things that you have done are still the same place, ain't got nothing. You could have saved time and money if you had just investigated. Or if you didn't feel like investigating, like I tell you, bring them to your dad, bring them to your mom, say, hey, tell me something what you think about it. Just sit down and talk. But see, you just let them sit down and talk to your dad, let them sit down and talk to your mom. But see, words tell the person where you located, where you are. If you want to see what a person is about, let them start talking. Because talk can tell you where their mind is and where they're headed. Amen? Amen. If you listen, let them talk, you can see where they're going and where they came from. Don't do all the talking. Listen. Ask questions. Write some questions down in a notepad in case if you think you're going to forget it. Write it down. Say, I want to ask this question. I want to make sure that I got it right. Amen? And don't feel like if you don't get them, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out if you get them and that's not who they are for you. You're really going to suffer from it. Years have gone by. And now you realize that my whole half of my life is messed up. Everyone stand to your feet. Happy Father's Day, fathers. We got a cookout and we're going to the cookout.